What's going on, guys? So we all know what time of year it is. It's the new year. It's the beginning of 2019. It's January. And we all know what that means too. New Year's resolutioners. Which, don't get me wrong, that's a great thing. The gym doesn't have a single type. Doesn't matter how old you are, what your gender is, what background you come from, who your parents are. The gym doesn't care about any of that. And the gym is open for anyone and everyone who wants to go to it. But this time of year especially, we definitely get into this area where we have a lot of new people going to the gym and they don't know everything that they should know when they start. So that's why I've compiled 5 simple tips for if you're looking to start at the gym. These tips should help you a little bit making this fitness journey and the beginning of this fitness journey. Make it a little bit easier for you. So I'm going to kick things off with number 1 here. But these are the 5 simple tips to make your gym experience a little bit more enjoyable. Number 1. Alright guys, so number 1 is to learn some gym etiquette. Alright, and the way I look at it is the gym is almost like a foreign country. You wouldn't travel to a distant foreign country that you're not familiar with without first reading up a little bit on the rules, the customs, the culture that exists in these countries. And think of the gym as the same way. There's your written rules, which you'll find on gyms, rule boards. And you also have the things that nobody really talks about, but they're expected of you. So stuff like wiping down your equipment, re-racking weights when you're done, not hogging all the machines. These are things that you might not see on a board somewhere, but they're all sort of unwritten laws and rules of the gym. So if you're done with a machine, wipe it down. If you're done with your weights, put them back and put them back in the right spot. If you want to do some circuit training, go ahead, but don't have 8 machines or 8 sets or a whole bunch of different areas tied down all at the same time, because all that's going to do is it's just going to annoy your fellow gym goers. Alright, so learn some gym etiquette, and I could do an entire video on itself just talking about gym etiquette, but read up on it. There's plenty of sites out there that'll give you a little bit of an idea as to what you should do and what you shouldn't do while you're at the gym. Number 2. Alright, so tip number 2 is to practice your form. You know what, it feels really good when you can go throw a whole bunch of weight on the bar and you can squat your body weight, or you can bench press 225, or you can deadlift 3 times your body weight, whatever it may be. But the problem is that if you don't have the right form down, all you're doing is you're opening yourself up to injuries. So, although it might not be as much fun, and it might hurt the pride a little bit, take some weight off, practice your form, make sure that it is as perfect as it can possibly be, making sure that you're checking off all of the boxes so that when you have your perfect form, then you can go and start throwing on the weight. May take you a little while, might take a couple weeks depending on how much you're going to the gym, but practicing your proper form right at the beginning and then building upon that, it's almost like building a house. You think each layer of bricks that goes on the house is weight that you're adding to the bar, but if your foundation isn't there, which is your form, then it's not going to be a very good house if there's no foundation with it. So that's the way you got to think about it with your lifts too. Make sure that you have a really, really good base and a really, really good form, or as best you can get it at the time, and then slowly start to go up there. So don't worry too much about the weight to begin with. Practice your form, and then once you've perfected that, then you can start adding weight. Tip number 3. Tip number 3 is actually really, really simple, but it's find something that works for you. If going to the gym for 2.5 hours a day doesn't interest you, then don't do that. If you only want to go to the gym 3 times a week for maybe 45 minutes, then do that. If you enjoy taking classes, then go and get involved in some of the classes at your gym. Or if if you don't exactly enjoy, getting up early in the morning, don't do that. Find something that works for you. Find a time frame and a workout routine and program that works for you. Something that's not just going to be, I'm going to do this for 6 weeks or 4 weeks and then I'm going to burn out afterwards because I'm not enjoying it. You want, when you're going to the gym, you want to be happy when you're there. You want to enjoy yourself and have a good time. Maybe that's working out by yourself. Maybe that's working out with another person. Sort of experiment and find what you enjoy doing in the gym, and what makes, the hour, 2 hours, 45 minutes, half an hour, hour and a half, however long you might be there, the most enjoyable that it can be for you. And that's going to improve your fitness journey, because it's going to make you enjoy going there, and you're not going to want to quit after a little while because you burn out. So tip number 3, like I said, find something that works for you, and whether that's your time that you're going, your workout plan that you're following, whatever it might be, but find something that makes you enjoy going to the gym and gives you some happiness by being there. Tip number 4. Alright, so tip number 4 and tip number 5 are actually kind of similar, but they're really important, so I decided to separate them off. And tip number 4 is to not compare yourself to others. And it sounds really, really simple and really, really easy, but given the highly competitive world we live in right now, where everybody's constantly comparing their successes and their failures and where they are in life against everybody around them, stuff like that kind of creeps into the gym too. And the problem is that you may look at someone and make some assumptions about them and compare yourself to them, and then all of a sudden, they're over there deadlifting your warm-up or your max set for their warm-up. And then that just, hurts your ego a little bit, and stuff like that can definitely cut your fitness journey a little bit short if you're comparing yourself to others too much. So it's all right to compare, to say that this is where I want to go and stuff like that, but don't get to the point of, well, I need to look like this person right here, right now, and why are they able to lift more than me even though I look like I'm bigger than them. Don't get into that stuff there. And it's just going to hurt you in the long run. And finally, guys, we got tip number 5. And tip number 5 is by far the most important one on this list. And that's, don't concern yourself with what others say. Alright, I really wish that I could sit back and say that you could go to the gym right now, you could join, and that there wouldn't be a single person there that might think something rude about you, or make a rude comment behind your back, or make a joke to their friends, or anything like that. But the sad reality is that there are people like that in the world, and they're not just in the gym, they're in every walk of life, whether it's business, at home, out in school, your friends, whatever it might be. And unfortunately, they're going to continue to be, that type of person that's going to talk and make fun of and make rude comments about people behind their backs. And you can't control that. You can't control what they're going to do. But what you can control is how you respond to that. And the best thing to do is to not let it bother you. I know it's a really, really easy thing to say. It's not an easy thing to do. But starting at the gym and taking those steps to live a healthier life is by far one of the most rewarding journeys that you can go on. And it's one of the most important ones too. And you don't want to let somebody, this small person here who would see someone trying to better themselves at the gym and would make fun of them for that. So don't let what, these small people, might say or might do bother you too much. If you enjoy the gym, I know it's a scary environment, especially if you're just starting out, but if it's something that you want to get involved with and that you want to make part of your routine and you want to start to live a healthier lifestyle, then don't worry about what those people are going to say or might think, because at the end of the day, it's only temporary. Eventually, if you stick with this enough, they're not going to be able to say that stuff about you, because you're going to be outlifting them, because you're going to be outrunning them, because you're going to be in better shape than them, because while you're at the gym putting in the hard work and the effort that you need to get to where you want to go, they're sitting down talking about people. Alright? So it's unfortunate that these people are out there, but what you need to do is you just need to focus on yourself and making sure that you're doing what you need to do to get to where you want to go to accomplish your fitness goals. And don't worry about what they're going to say. Alright? So like I said when I began the video, the gym has no single type. There is no one person or one type of person the gym is for them. The gym doesn't care about your gender, your age, your background, anything. all right? So you belong in the gym just as much as anybody else there, and don't let some small person like that take that away from you, all right? So these are my 5 tips. I know they're pretty broad and I could have got really specific with them, but at the end of the day, 5 tips on, well, re-rack weights, wipe down equipment, you know, don't walk around with music playing out of your phone, use headphones. They're not really going to be that helpful. So I prefer to go with the more broad stuff that, you know, can help in multiple situations. But I hope that you guys found some help in this video here with these tips. You know, I hope to see that there's some people that, you know, maybe we're a little bit on the fence, but, you know, these can help you in some way, shape, or form. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, can you hit that like button down below? It really helps me and helps the channel grow. If you're not already and you like what you saw, if you want to hit that subscribe button, I got more videos coming out. I'm trying to get to a more fairly regular schedule, but with university and stuff, it's sort of I'm still trying to work out when that regular schedule is going to be. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, we'll see you in the next one.